And we're green, let's go. We are back, MMS is back, and we're here for the British Grand Prix after quite a bit of a, period of off time. It was about 2 weeks, I believe. Maybe slightly less, maybe slightly more, but we're back now after this slight break for the British Grand Prix round 6 of the championship. We're finally using the modern Silverstone layout as well, because why not? It's fun and people apparently like it for some reason. Not that I dislike it, no, come on. But it is good for racing in Formula 1, and it is good for having some nice, good racing. We are here for the first time on the model layout in a very, very long time. We've been using either the bridge layout or some of the older ones in the past, but we kind of stayed away from the modern one. But we're finally on it. Not much I can say other than we have quite still the tight championship fight. The championship leader is now Harry Herhold with 71 points. Behind him is Simone Ghilardini with 60 points, and then Joseph Murray in third with 50 points. The championship fight is still way open. I mean, we have 10 races to go. That's 250 points on the board. Well, plus 10, that's 260 points on the board, in theory. So still, anything can happen, anyone can win the title. Even the triple race band Edgar Ethering can still win the title. When it comes to the constructors, Benetton is leading with 107 points. They're followed by Minardi, surprisingly, with 97 points, and then Williams in third with 90 points. Williams have been on a bit of a rise after a poor start to this season, albeit they're still not quite up there where they should be. With all that done, let's get to the grid. Hello everybody that is watching, thanks for coming even despite this is midday on a Thursday. On pole position, as you can see, is Rodney Rackus for Benetton, second pole position of his career, and a very deserved one as well. Following him is Attila Karma, very close between the two. McLaren really using that BMW power to their advantage here. Then we have Van Leer, Herhold, Falcon, Ghilardini, the Sturman, Agnes, Murray, Tanda, Keith, Lucien, Soppanen, Blumschein, Stella, Granville, Hoshi, Sahin, Wernersen, Bettes, Van Eyck, Salsaller, Witt, Flynn, Magidl, Katzenberg. I am slightly concerned about the performance of Zauber over here, but it is what it is. Then we have Chabot, Miller, Aguirre, Nisbet, Waldinger, Tanda, Comodipour, Curtis, De Jong, Michael Mahem, Mig, not really having too many pace here. And then we have Radianto, Eddie Redmayne the fourth, who's replacing the triple race band Ethering, and then we have Artemio D'Ambrosio rounding off the field. He is going through 107%, so he has qualified. In the rare occasion that a driver will go over the 107%, a DNQ is possible if the margin is very, very large. But, it happens. So with all that done, let's get to the track. I will be the only commentator for today. I hope you don't mind. Here we are. I hope you can see everything as you should. I hope there is no issues. As we all now... Yes, you will confirm. You can join as FIA as well. But yeah, here we go now. Everything is good. So let's get to the lights. And the lights are coming on. It is 5 rights, and away we go in Silverstone after quite a break, and it's a good start from Rackus. Kalmar has nothing to say, albeit Kalmar tries it into turn 1, but fails. It goes a bit deep. One of the Williams cars goes very deep as well, but it's a train when it comes to the leaders. But Van Leer out of nowhere lunges it to the inside of the McLaren BMW driver. There's wings, there's a car that just went flying, and I believe that's Radko Bettes or Igor Witt. That is unfortunate. Herhold still on the back of Kalmar now, as Kalmar is dropping down the order slightly. The BMW power not good enough. It seems he defends the position. No, Herhold still sends it and pushes Kalmar a bit deep into the corner. Kalmar tries to fight back, but it's no use. I am dead. It was Radko Bettes. Miraculously, no damage. I have no idea how the man survived that. But he did. Pretty poor start as well compared to the likes of Sahin and Wernersen, albeit they have very good engine power. Gets behind Sahin, goes wide, allows Van Eyck through, sends it on to Wernersen, and just clips the curbing a bit too much. Maybe the suspension settings in the car caused this. But there are a few cars with damage, I believe. Let's see. Let's spin the camera around and let's check for damage. Oh, it's Toby Blumstein. Oh, that's sad. Oh, they just got caught up on that Soppanen riding the curb there, causing a slight incident between himself and Murray, causing the whole pack to bunch up here, and Blumstein just goes at the back of his teammate. What happened to... where is he? What happened to Soppanen though? So he sends it, goes a bit too much over the curbs. And that is the front wing of Lucienne that gets chopped off as she goes into the back of Jack Agnes. Just too much speed carried into the corner, you know, rides the curb, understeers, sorry, and it's over. Ghilardini, though, with a very interesting tactic when it comes to overtaking cars. Oh no, sorry, that's Fabian de Sturman, just, well, flying. Oh Jesus, that flying car in the background, that is some scary sight. I don't like that. I just want to see one more shot of Vernison. As, well, she nearly got a mouthful of, rear wing. But yeah, no more accidents it seems, none of them are under investigation as well. Murray now started outside of Ghilardini, decent start for Murray as he's one up position. Ghilardini only dropping down the order so far, both of them nowadays in fact having a very, very bad start. Tanda though, Mr. Lord Temper, as Adrian Fraser has called him after free practice, not doing too badly as now we're on board Joseph Murray through Magazine Beckett into Chapel now, and it's all nice and calm. Who would have thought? As the two Benettons are now 1-3, Johannes van Leer finally having a bit of luck after a lot of, you know, mishaps that happened to him. Quite unfortunate as well, but, you know, what can you do? Yeah, Celine Lucien goes into the pit lane, and that is quite unfortunate. At least when you're using the super slow pit lane that Formula 1 uses, using the normal 80 kilometers per hour that most of tracks use, as Karma now is right on the back of Harry Hale, trying to fight himself back up into the podium positions, but it will not be easy as Matthew Falcon, the reigning champion of Season 2, is right on his back, and he will try to get himself a P4 from the Hungarian, as the Hungarian now on the back of Harry Herhold, getting some nice slipstream, getting some nice power, maybe around the outside. No? No. Definitive no. Anything on the radio? As Fabian de Sturman returns the nickname Flying Dutchman with his curb hopping, as he points that out on the radio. There's smoke coming out of the castles. That was a move from Falcon. He attempted a lunge. He's still attempting a move here. You don't often see a move done there. That is really adventurous. Ooh, that was contact. That was contact between the front wing and the rear right tire of Kalmar. Well, that is rather lucky. And then he tries to go for it again into Maggots and Beckers, but has to retaliate. Whose engine is smoking? That is Joseph Murray, the home man. Not really lucky anymore, is he? He's, I think, smoking away now. Rest in peace. I mean, peace. God damn it. As Igor Witt is told to push, and he is pushing. There's damage. There is damage, and that is the Young. Also, Betes is already up into 28. How? But, oh, that is... Tamer, what are you doing? Mate. You just go straight into the back of Aguirre. What happened to Aguirre? Oh no, he collided with Zach Speed. Oh no, I can see where this is going. As the 40 team was already suspecting a failure on one of their cars. What happened here? Oh, that is... Okay, that is two separate incidents. Waldinger, what on earth is that rejoin? And Marcos, that is one curb hop. I know the quality might not be the best, Seawolf. I am fully aware of that. But, oh damn. If you want better, go to the stream. But, yeah. Katzenberg also losing it on the inside curb there, so the curbs, the sausage curbs are catching out a lot of people. I mean, I wouldn't really blame Waldinger for this. I wouldn't blame Waldinger for his blatant rejoin into Nisbet. But I can't blame anyone. Agura just made a mistake and nobody had time to react. But what on earth is Radko Betis doing? He's absolutely flying. Oh my... Confirm? Alright. Can you pose that again because I lost it? Okay, so Betis goes past one car here. He gets blocked by Curtis slightly and then just does a 4-car overtake like it's nothing. Okay, so we have confirmation. It's a 5-second time penalty for Marcus Aguirre for causing a collision with Waldinger, and Waldinger gets a warning for a dangerous rejoin. Betis just got like 5 positions in one corner. That is stunning. As we can see, Rikke Wernersen struggling to get past Shuel Michael Maher, who is 14 positions up. Goat. Absolute goat. As we have another smoker. No, that's still Joseph Murray. He's still carrying on. Polluting. Oh, Kalmazov, Kalmazov. Oh dear, that's a questionable rejoin, I'd say. As Kalmar is defending for his life now, as Tanner gets past the Sturman, which I don't think will be liked by any Formula 1 fan here. As Kalmar is awarded a warning for that dangerous rejoin he just did. The Sturman tries to go for a double overtake. He pushes Kalmar slightly deep into the corner. Leaves him enough space, leaves Tander enough space as well. Tander should get his teammate. And Murray now out of nowhere also gets the Sturman. But what happened to Kalmar? As Sopanen is also struggling. So what happened to Kalmar? Going through turns 1 and 2 here. Into turn 3. Oh, rides the curb a bit too much there. Tried to cut into the corner too much, and that's what caused the slight of going. Murray now obviously low on power due to his whole engine leaking fluids everywhere. The Sturman will send it. Oh, that did not work. That is too risky. Soppanen though tries it, and Soppanen fails it. It seems to be not easy to overtake around here. And we have Sahin trying to make a move onto Salsala, again denied. Valek with damage. Oh man. Oh, that is Igor Witt. Oh dear. That is Igor Witt. Yeah, that is Igor Witt. That is Lucien, and that is Igor Witt. Igor Witt, suddenly engine explodes, has to slow down. Valek was probably blinded by the sun and fire and smoke coming from the car. That is the Paul Mans race over. It's sad considering it's Independence Day in Poland. But yeah, first retirement of the race. So F's in the chat, I guess. As yeah, the Sturman is now losing ground to Murray, and that is allowing Simone Ghilardini, the second man in the standings, to actually, you know, get some points now. As Van Leer says the fastest lap of the race, surprisingly. On board with Ghilardini, as Mateusz Material is reporting a phone left in the cockpit of his car. As the Ferrari asks how is the car, and it comes to Lucienne, she says it's not the best, as we can see Ghilardini jumping over the curbs. The curbs are really dangerous out here. They really punish drivers if you try and cut into the corner too much. And yeah, that's a very poor exit for the Sturman as well. Now we can see John Keefe in the Simtek trying to fight back. Sends it on to the two Minardis, and I think that's a successful overtake. Leaves Agnes little to no room. Agnes still tries to fight back. Ghilardini also now to the inside of Keefe. Beautiful racing in this pack over here. As yeah, the leaders have separated a bit, so we're going to have to watch this midfield at the right as Keefe barely manages to fit there as one of the Williams cars makes a move on the Simtek, and that move actually works, and that is David Gravel trying to have a comeback drive after a poor qualifying performance to the inside of Stella into Beckett's And that actually works. That's a beautiful move. Although Stella fights back through Chapel. And that is one hell of a defense from the Italian driver. Bravo. That is actually a beautiful, beautiful move. Still trying to find Van Leer. Has been passed by Herhold. Oh dear. That is, that looks like it's going to be a Benetton 1 and 2 now. As Igor Witt is not impressed with the engine failure. Which I can understand, as Hart is the best and the most reliable engine. Oh, it's just Johannes Van Leer things. Right. Yeah. I am not surprised. As now on board Nick Tander, sorry, as he's trying to follow Attila Kalma, as the debutant of today's Grand Prix is out of the race. Ed Redwin the fourth. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. At least he did a few laps in that car. Like, the 40 is a mistake. Oh, he lost the brakes as well. Well, at least he parked it up nicely. Oh! Well, I spoke about Van Leer too soon. Just Van Leer things, right? It's yet another, I believe, third in a row mechanical failure for Johannes Van Leer. Maybe even a fourth one in a row. I don't know. It's another one. My god, give this guy a break. It's another race where Ferrari most likely won't even score points because Lucien is dead. My days, it's absolutely woeful for Ferrari. It's like 2020 all over again. This is gonna promote Michael Maher into the points soon, as he's now up 17 positions. Jesus. And you know what's funny, right? You know how Van Leer has not even been smoking or anything, he just retired due to a brake failure. Murray is still going on like his fourth lap of the engine failure. As now Keith and Ghilardini side by side, and Keith has to retaliate, Stella has to slow down as well, which will punch them up now into the famous Magnussen Becker section. Stella tries to go somewhere, but, well, you cannot really overtake here. If you do, you're risking a very large accident with a lot of injuries, and that is Murray finally parking up. That's sad. McLaren have been on the upside this season, but the reliability is still leaving a lot to be desired. But hey, at least they can be at the top of the field for some time in the race to cheer their fans up, as now Stella is promoted into P10, 5 positions up. So yeah, reliability is still a factor no matter what. Falcon is now into third. So, well, the championship rivals, Herhold and Falcon, are kind of close together, so we might see some battles here. Then we have Kalmar, who's third in the standings, and he will lose a few points to Herhold as it stands, but it's a still very good result. Then Tander, surprisingly so far, overall, Jordan seemed to have a lot of pace here in Silverstone, as now on board Giuseppe Stella, as we can see Granville sending it up to Juho Soppanen, the man who has scored points in every single race of this season. As Soppanen, the fence from Granville opens the door for Hoshi and Sahin to go through. And yeah, that is now Sahin trying to go into Granville. Into what could it not? It's not going to work here. Maybe into the next corner. I'm not sure. No, Hoshi goes to the inside of Soppanen though. Tries it. They nearly touched, and well, we're lucky to not see a huge accident there. Hoshi really aggressive now, as Sahin is trying to find his way through Granville as well. Dear Lord, Lucien really ruthless on the radio, but at least she's honest as now Granville makes a move on Hoshi. Hoshi defends on the outside. No, Hoshi gets squeezed on the curb there, left not too much room, has to defend from Sahin, but no, Hoshi actually defends from Granville, rides the curb there to the outside. Granville slides, Hoshi slides. It's going to be Granville who's going to take the place. Hoshi gets slowed down, and now Sahin to the inside of Hoshi, and the Turkish man will overtake the Japanese driver. No, still side by side, they're near the bag wheels, still side by side. Sahin gets it. No. As as now Sansala on the back of Hoshi. That is a beautiful battle. This is why I love these cars in this track. It always promotes some nice racing. Here we go. Ghilardini, Keith, and Agnes. That's another fight. As I said, Lucienne is a bit ruthless because, well, she just feels like she's driving for an overfunded start and park team, which is slowly becoming the reality for Ferrari. Every single race now, they either get themselves caught up into ridiculous accidents or they just DNF due to reliability. It's just unfortunate. And that is Michael Maher actually chasing down Mateusz Material. He is trying to get that MiG into the points despite it being heavily underpowered. Just give this man a top seat already. In the slipstream of Mateusz Material now with the MiG driver, as Johannes Van Der is still the man with the fastest lap. Yeah, Michael Maher is the man. He's the man on a mission, and he is the man to now do very well. He tries to go to the inside, it didn't work. Then we have Vernus and then we have Nisbet fighting the two Dams cars as Katzenberg sends on to Flynn, but not enough space there. Bettis into 23rd now, so he's nearly at his starting position. That is also amazing. Both Michael Maher and Bettis just flying today. Bettis is coming in, pit window open. Here we go, this is where the chess begin. Halfway through the race, we might see a one-stop race again, as the whole of top 5 is pitting. The Sturman will stay out. That is intriguing. As we have already a car in the pit lane, that is Artemio D'Ambrosio, trying to undercut, I guess. Hoshi to the inside of Granville, Hoshi not coming in, so he has a bit more pace in the car, I suppose. Michael Maher coming in, so now Vernessen will catch up to the German driver. As Igor Witt on the radio to Radko Bettis to watch out for engine temps. Nice, nice. Mark Tander is being told that there's a chance for points for him, considering the amount of DNFs, which is, I think, a realistic estimate. But he's still being a bit worried about the car, certainly specifically vibration at the front. Herhold is in, Rakus is in, as Material is asking for more power in the engine, and Michael Maher is getting congratulated by his team. That's a very long stop for Rodney Rakus, and that's going to be an even longer one, as he gets held up by a few cars, and I believe he got held up by his teammate. Yes, he did. Herhold is already out. Herhold has jumped his teammate, and that is the big news here. Falcon will also be close to Rakus. Tanda has jumped Kalmar. That is worrying. As Vernessen now coming in, Falcon rejoins right behind. We have Tanda, Kalmar, Katzenberg coming in, Comedy-Pro coming in, Sharon Miller coming in, Stella leaving the pit lane now in 15th, followed by the Simtech of Keith. So Keith has lost positions here. Then we have Granville, Soppanen, Salsaler. Agnes lost so many positions. Michael Maher still on the upside, but he might have lost a few positions as well. We have Flynn, Nisbet, Bettis, Radianto, Vanek coming in now. Lucien leaving the pit lane. Then we have Curtis and Mark Tander just arrived at the pit lane. And that is Benz Volding and smoking. And that is Antemio D'Ambrosi after his pit stop. I think something might have broke on the car when they dropped it from the jacks because the car just gave up. Because if that was a suspension failure, this could have been a way worse crash, reminiscent of Daniel Kvyat's one. As the Sturman is coming in on this lap, then we have Ghilardini and Sahin. As Bettis thanks Witt for the warning, and, you know, says that it's a shame that Witt retired. How can you not love Radko Beta? It's such a nice one. As Rakus now has a bit of an accident there with Matteo, he's trying to get past him, has a bit of contact with him as they enter Chapel, and, well, he's losing time. He's losing heaps of time to his teammate as he's trying to get past the Alpine driver. He gets to the inside of the Polish lad and clears him as he will be entering the pit lane anyways. But it looks like Harry Herhold is gonna get away with it. Hoshi, Sahin and Ghilardini and the Sturman most importantly in the pit lane. The Sturman doesn't get hold up. Not the fastest of stops, but not a bad one at Wops, absolutely. So, he's gonna drop down to 7th approximately. No, he's gonna leave in 5th, in 6th, behind Kalmar and his teammate. But apart from that, the top 3 has just changed places when it comes to her hold, so new race leader, I suppose. Granville now chasing down John Keefe, followed by Sahin, who's now doing a bit better. Now we have Soppan and Hoshi Salsala into the points with strategy, and Agnes has lost out a lot because of his pit stop. Michael Maher in the points in 90 position. Something we have Material, Katzenberg, Flynn, Comedy Paul, Nisbet Beth is in 22nd already ahead of Wernerson. We have Randy Shabo Miller and Lucien in 26 in the pack, so Lucien in theory can have a shot at points here. Then we have Curtis and Bloomshine. Yeah, then we have Valek Aguirre. Voldinger comes in and retires. Tamer Young comes in for a stop, and well, that's about it. As that is a move from David Granville. He tried to send it on Sahin, only set himself down. Sahin now on the back of John Keefe, as the Simtek driver should now be very cautious. Because Sahin is known for his pace and knowledge on overtake making, so overtake, and as here we go, the Mercedes power kicks in through hanger straight. He sends it, but I don't think that's a completed move. Yeah, it isn't. Sahin still side by side with Keefe. Keefe finally finding some pace after a beautiful finish in Spain as they touch rear to front tyre contact. Sahin gets a good exit though. Still side by side. Sahin gets nearly forced under the curbing, but Keefe still finds the space on the outside. They're still side by side as they enter another lap side by side, and it is going to be John Keefe ahead as they nearly touch again. Sahin right on the back of that Simtek. As he doesn't send it, that is Juho Soppanen who sends it on to Granville. Hits the curb, goes very deep, but that is also Hoshi making a move on Granville now, as Granville just rode the curb, I think, there as well, which cost him a bit of time as well. Sansala now at the back of Koichi Hoshi in the Alpine. The Alpine doing really well for their first year, I have to say. Being in the midfield, doing decently. At least then we have Agnes. Michael Maher still holding on to his 16th place finish. That is something just amazing. As Hayholders thought that he is at P1. Any other messages? Vit's still on the radio. I think he just replaced Bettis' engineer. Oh no! And that is the Sturman's gearbox gone. That is race over for Fabian de Sturman. The Flying Dutchman is not flying no more. The wings have been cut off. It's all over. As Vit on the radio motivating Bettis to score some points. Curtis is also out of the race. Oh man. It's a mechanical failure for Aaron Curtis, but I still have to check it nonetheless. That is just sad, isn't it? At least Tyrrell scored some nice points this season. But the jump on the curbing killed the car. It looks like the drive shaft just broke. I'm just speechless. Sahin and Graven are battling for 10th. Keefe ahead of them. Hoshi at the back of the field, and now they are catching up to the Sturm, which he will put a spanner in the works of everyone here. Yeah, there you go. Oh my god, Hoshi finds the room, and they're 4 wide into this corner. That's not gonna go well. Yeah. What? Wait, you're not serious now, are you? Wait, hold on. They went 4 wide into turn 3, alright? Granville literally gets forced off the circuit, literally jumps over the curb behind it. And nobody gets damaged, nobody flips. It's all fine. As yeah, the Sturman is now gonna block Granville despite his amazing car control skills. Soppanen gets a good run as well. We can see Agnes also making moves. Agnes tries to make it 3 wide. Didn't work, so Salvador gets pushed a bit deep. Will still try and fight back with Jack Agnes here. He does. The Sturman tries to get Agnes as well, and he does as well, but he's going to slow down Agnes even more. This is just not looking good whatsoever. Sahin now chasing down Hoshi. Then we have Soppanen chasing down Granville. Soppanen, I have to say, he's going to probably get into a top seat next year. He's doing amazingly. As, oh dear, here we go. The train himself. Oh no, wait, oh come on, he's knocked Michael Maher out of the points. Sacrilege. As Katzenberg right on the back of Comedy Port. Mig is still doing an amazing drive, don't get me wrong. This is still a phenomenal drive for Mig, as they're getting a lot of positions, they're getting crucial points, well not points, but just positions towards their championship, as here comes Celine Lucien steaming in, nearly hitting into Ripke Wernersen as Lucien gets past Nisbet. Wernersen to the outside, and that actually seems to work. Lucien will get stuck a bit more through Sturman, as Betters is telling Vic to stay quiet for now, as he needs silence to focus on the track, as Lucien gets a bit slightly, just slightly slowed down to the point that even Blumschein passes her. Can this race go even worse for Ferrari? That is a question to all of you. As, yeah, it literally did. But what? Oh no! Wait, what happened to Betters? Oh no, come on. Come on. He was fighting for the points. Oh, and that's a gearbox failure on Betters' car as well. They're done. It's out. It's gone. So other than Betters, Blumschein sends it on to Shabbo Miller, causes a slight accident. Betters doesn't really react and just goes into the back of... And I think, no, by the time he already had a broken car, so he couldn't slow down enough because he was stuck in a lower gear, so the car just didn't respond. Tanda is coming in, so we're gonna see another pit window open soon, as Falcon has caught up to Rodney Rack, who's over here. So he is on a course for a possible P2. Here's Tanda still ahead of Kalmar despite the BMW power advantage. Hoshi now makes the defense from Sahin. Sahin tries to go on him, doesn't work. At the minute, we have Flynn in the material. Michael Maher is still close to these two, so if an accident happens up top, Michael Maher will still be in a shot for some nice points here. As Landisian gets a very good exit side by side into Nuggets and Rapids. Not an easy overtake. Shadow Miller is honestly fighting ex-Ferrari driver for 2 rounds, and he actually clears Celine Lucien. That is surprising. Radianta sends it on to Nisbet now. It's slowed down a lot. Blumschein has to wait a bit longer. Blumschein now clears one. He tried to clear Nisbet, but that would have been a bit too risky of a move for Toby. Is anybody coming in from the top? No, nobody is coming in. That is actually surprising, as Tanda has been lapped. First car to be lapped. As Falcon is closing in on Rodney Rakus. Yeah, it's better saddened by his retirement. On the radio, perfectly understandable. Everyone is saddened, in fact. At least he scored a podium this season. That is always, it's always going to be a nice thing about this season, even if Lotus is going to struggle. They scored a podium. Then we have Flynn and then we have Material, both 9 positions up from the start, but it looks like Material might want to go for some more, as he's really reeling in the Dams driver. I have to say, Dams have been surprising me quite a bit, especially with the early season start that Flynn had, being net P1 in the standings. As here we go, he goes for a move to the inside, side by side, and actually squeezes Flynn out, and that's a beautiful move from Materials. He's now 10 positions up, and that is Michael Maher defending from Katzenberg with all his might. But it might be too difficult since, well, the MiG is really struggling. MiG has said that this season is a year of saving up money, as they want to become a better team next season. They want to invest a lot more for the post-season development. So the car is bad because they're trying to save up and play it safe. As there is a car out. And that is Attila oh no, it's a double DNF for McLaren. And that is very bad. The man in the P3 man in the World's Drivers' Championship is out of the race, which means he will probably get knocked down quite a few positions. As he retires, Michael Maher is promoted into provisional points, but what's more important, is that, well, McLaren are going to lose a lot of points in the Constructors' Championship. As Herhold is still flying away, he's still having a nice gap. Falcon and Raku is also rather safe. Then we have Tanda, Gilardini, Stella, the two Simtex followed by Sahin and Granville. Granville kind of struggling despite being in the Williams car. It just shows to you how close the field is this season. Even when you're in a top car, it's still hard to fight back through the field. As Michael Maher is reporting a loss of power on the engine, which is certainly concerning, but he is managing to keep a safe gap between himself and Katzenberg, albeit all he is really putting the pressure on his fellow countryman, but now he makes a mistake. A large one as well. He slowed down so much for there and got to clip the curb and everything. That is allowing Comedy Paul to catch up. So Katzenberg is starting to struggle heavily here. Is he being under pressure? I don't know, but it might be the case. Flynn now chasing down Material, trying to regain his P14 spot, as Sahin now is on the back of Koichi Hoshi, as Simtek has been doing quite well in their home Grand Prix. 7 and 8 for a midfield team like them. This is quite a lot of points. Let's see. Sahin has the power advantage with the Sauber Mercedes car and engine combo as the Sturman is lapped. Oh dear. The Sturman is being lapped now, so the team is not calling him into the pit lane. They're trying to solve the issue on in the paddock. I don't think they will solve it though. He's been out there for quite a long time. Wait, that's the end of the race. Harry Herhold wins. He's followed by Rakus. Oh god, I got caught up. Then we have Falcon, Tanda, Gilardini. Stella will finish in 6th. Then we have Keith and Sahin gets Hoshi on the final lap. Oh man, I didn't even notice that the race has gone by. Jeez. But yeah, Hoshi sadly losing that spot. Let's see, Sahin sends it and yeah, just squeezes Hoshi wide enough to get the position. Then we're going to see Granville in 10th, Soppan in 11th, Sadler in 12th, Agnes in 13th, Material in 14th despite slight mistake here. He went a bit too deep through the chicane. Michael Maher will score points. That is a phenomenal finish for him. 19 positions up. What a drive. Then we have Venderson. Oh, and that's... Oh, hello. That's Chris Comedy Paul's brakes absolutely dying in the final section of the circuit, so well, that's kind of sad. Then we're going to see Lucien, who's finally managed to get past Nisbet, but it's going to be a second race in a row that Ferrari does not score points. Then we're going to see Radianto, Shabomiller, Valiak, Aguirre, and the Sturman, who's already finished the race. That's been a roller coaster. Benetton scores a 1 and 2 finish. I mean, they just flew away, alright. Benetton are just in another league, really. It's another year that they might as well just dominate. Which begs the question, when will it stop and what is the future of Benetton? But here we go, the race is over. Here we go. Obviously, driver of the day goes to Michael Maher. No other contender. Fastest lap by Johannes van Der, but obviously since he retired, no points will be given out. Yeah, that's been one hell of a race. I really enjoyed this one. Really, really nice. This is why Silverstone is one of the more liked circuits, I suppose. Yeah, so that was a good race. Next round will be the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. Modern Monza. 38 cars. What can go wrong, am I right? Oh dear, turn 1. I am already having certain thoughts that, hey, that means it will be an exciting race weekend. Yeah, that's it from me. Be sure to check next races out and the Italian Grand Prix as well as the whole season. Maybe you can watch some previous ones if you're watching this for the first time. But anyways, that's it from me. Be sure to be safe on the roads and wear your seatbelt, and see you in Italy. Ciao!